Hello my friends and welcome back again to Coffee Tea Paper. My name's Louise and this is the second ink that Ferris Wheel Press has sent me this month in my role as creative ambassador, and this one is called Cloak Forest. Now it's got some really interesting imagery on the box because there is a clue for their next ink hidden amongst the trees. So I have been really studying this box very closely, and I have an idea myself, but I'll let you go and have a look on their website at some of the close-up of the box, on the pictures of the box, and see what you can come up with. So this ink, we shall just read. It says, "Quick, make haste now. Is it a friend or foe who lurks among the time-chiseled trees? Pluck up the courage to venture beyond untrodden paths and trust in your own instincts to guide you safely to fascinating new discoveries." So of course this ink is referencing Cloak Forest, and with the red cloak on the front and the wolf, it is of course Little Red Riding Hood and the big bad wolf. So there is a lot going on in this ink. It has a green base, it has a red sheen, it has a silver shimmer, and the shading is low. Now it is recommended of course to use with a medium to broad nib or dip pen, which any ink that has shimmer in it, that's really a good idea anyway, because that's what can clog up your fountain pen if you choose to put it in one. So it takes a little while for this ink to dry. I have done another swatch using a paintbrush for this ink as well, and I think it really lets me get a sample from the whole bottle, because I can dip the paintbrush right to the bottom after giving it a shake, and I feel I'm getting a lot better representation of the properties of the inks by doing it this way. I am still practicing with my new nib dip pen here, trying to improve my copper plate penmanship here. So once again, of course, I have sped this up an big amount because I am very slow. But I'm finding it incredibly relaxing and almost a bit rhythmically hypnotic, because there's kind of a rhythm to writing in this way. It's a down and an up and a down and an up and a down and an up, and it's very enjoyable. So I didn't really need a new hobby. I have lots of hobbies. However, I think this is not really a new hobby as such, but more like combining some that I already enjoy and improving my own experience of them as well. The bee is quite tricky here. So go and have a look at the website. They've got some good imagery of the packaging of the box if you don't already have it yourself, and have a get in and have a close-up look and see if you spot anything on the box. I can see there are little animals holding fountain pens and bottles of ink stashed away, but there is also an object of clothing that I feel might be a clue. So of course the Ferritales collection is inspired by the fairy tales that have been told over time, and of course the Brothers Grimm are one of the more famous sources of these fairy tales. And of course, you know, Little Red Riding Hood with the big bad wolf. I don't know about you, but I'm also a fan of Harry Potter, and I remember reading the very first book when it came out, and I have collected them on their release at each date. But the one thing I wish that we could have in our world is the ability to wear a cloak. I really, really fancy a cloak. Not great in a subtropical climate, and you know, there's a few funny quotes in movies and things about, you know, cloaks being sucked into machinery for superheroes, and of course, you know, well, are we going to the opera in our cloak? But I really, really would like to wear one day, and of course a red one, maybe even red velvet, would be very, very nice. What do you think? Would you be a cloak wearer if you could get away with it? Anyway, let me know what you think of this ink. As I said, there's a lot going on, and we'll zoom in and have a closer look as that swatch has dried up the top. And yeah, tell me your thoughts on this ink. And of course, don't forget to go and have a look at the website and check out the illustrations on the box. And if you are in the market for inks, of course, you can use code CTP for a 10% discount. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.